Today we'll be making pecan or pecan pie, however you want to say it. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Cooking with Kayla D. I'm Kayla and this is my husband Randy. My disclaimer. If you haven't done so, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get all the new episodes as they release. For your ingredients, you're going to need 1 pre-made pie shell or a homemade pie shell of your choice, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of light corn syrup, 3 eggs at room temperature, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1.5 cups of chopped pecans. Optional, you can save some pecan halves for the top of your pie for presentation. Let's get to it. Make sure that your pre-made pie shell is at room temperature. Go ahead and unwrap that and get that right into your pie dish. Now, if you are choosing to make a homemade pie crust, please go ahead and do so. It actually has way better flavor when it is homemade. This was during the holidays, so I just chose to use a pre-made pie crust shell. I will keep a link in the description area for you for a homemade pie crust shell from natashaskitchen.com. Her pie crust to this date is the best pie crust I had ever had in my life. So go ahead and mold your pie crust right to your pan. My pie dish was a lot bigger than what the dough was, so I just put it up to the edges like so and molded and crimped the sides, and then it was perfect. It also prevented the tops from burning in the oven and having to wrap it in foil. Next, you'll get a bowl and you'll want to put your sugar into the bowl. Then your light corn syrup. You can go 50-50 on this and do half light and half dark. Because you're making pecan pie or pecan pie, however you choose to say it, you usually would do half dark and half light to get the right color. Since I did not have the dark, I went ahead and used the full cup of light corn syrup, and I went ahead and added in a little bit of molasses, as you will see here in a few minutes. And that gave it that color that I want, plus some additional sweetness. Then go ahead and add in your butter. And then you'll want to whisk this until well combined. It should only take a few seconds to get this done, up to 1 minute. After you have those ingredients well incorporated, we'll go ahead and add in that molasses. And I just use about a tablespoon, and that's what gave it that nice golden color. You'll see here as I whisk it. You want to go ahead and whisk that in until it is well incorporated. As you can see, the color is starting to get a golden tan to a brownish color, and it's like almost a caramel or caramel color, and that's the color that you want for your pecan or pecan pie. Now that we have that done, we'll go ahead and get our eggs in. You're going to be using your eggs. They must be room temperature. So before you go to make your pie, make sure you set your eggs out 2 to 3 hours in advance if you refrigerate your eggs. Of course, if you are farm fresh, you know that a refrigerator is not necessary, and actually your eggs don't last as long if they go into the refrigerator. After you have your eggs in, go ahead and add in your salt, and then go ahead and whisk until well combined. This should only take about 1 minute to 2 minutes of whisking. You can use a hand mixer or a stand mixer if you so choose. I went ahead and just used a whisk because there wasn't much whisking to do. It was a very quick, easy thing, and it was just less that I had to clean up in the long run. So now that those are well combined, and as you can see, even the yolks added some nice color to that and brightened it up. I'm going to go ahead and add in the vanilla now, and make sure to whisk that again real good to get that incorporated. Now I'm going to get my pie crust, and I'm going to fill it with pecan pieces that I had left over from another recipe. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my bag of pecan halves, and I'm going to pull a few of them out for the top for presentation. And you'll just dump it in there, start picking out your half pieces if you want a presentation look. This was for the holidays, so of course, yes, I did want that presentation look, and for this video for you guys. So I just pulled out a few. I really didn't even keep count of them. I think it was like a little over a dozen that I had found. I just found a few halves, Anyways, then you will take your filling, you'll pour it over the top of what is in your pie crust. Scrape that bowl well. You don't want to miss any of those delicious ingredients. Once you have that into your pie dish, then you're going to want to go ahead and just kind of smooth it around. Make sure it's even. If it is, go ahead and take your pecan halves and start placing them on your pie crust. I do shake my pie pan a little bit back and forth lightly just to make sure it's, very even with each other. Go ahead and put your halves on, as I said, and put them in like a pretty little circle, almost like you were putting the pepperonis on a pizza. And you'll just want to lay these out, separating them, just to give some additional presentation to your delicious pie that you're making. Bake 350 degrees for 30 minutes, then lightly cover with foil and finish for additional 35 to 45 minutes until the center is slightly jiggly. Let it rest for 2 to 6 hours. And there you have it, pecan pie.
For if you live according to the flesh, you will die. But if by the Spirit you put to death the deeds of the body, you will live. For as many are led by the Spirit of God, these are the sons of God. Romans chapter 8, verses 13 and 14.
Our neighbors, Miss Debbie and Miss Lucy, went out to the beach, and look what Miss Lucy found. She found that ornery old Mr. Grinch on the beach. What a great pup she is. And boy, he wasn't happy about it. Here are some additional photos that Miss Debbie and Miss Lucy took on the beach here in Myrtle Beach. We hope you enjoy them. As always, we thank you for being here on Cooking with Kayla D. We ask that if you haven't joined our community, that you would do so by subscribing to our channel. Also, check out some additional recipes to see if there's anything that you would like or someone you know may like. Doing this helps support our channel and our dream. You click our picture here. That will take you to subscribe to our channel and check out additional recipes. And also, you can click this icon on the top left. That will also show you a recipe that you may be interested in. And as always, we leave you with this. Stay in that kitchen and keep on cooking. God bless. Until next time. Goodbye.